Hello there. Welcome to day 2 of the 2021 DocLands Documentary Film Festival. Hope you made it out to see something last night from your home or in the theater. And welcome to DocTalk Daily. I'm Joni Cooper, DocLands Director of Programming. I'm a white woman with shoulder-length brown hair sitting in an office space at my home with fresh cut flowers on a credenza behind me. I'd like to introduce my colleague, Ken Jacobson.
Hi, Joni. Hi, everybody. And yeah, welcome to day 2. I'm a white man in my 50s wearing a dark blue shirt with small paisley patterns on it, sitting here in my living room, kitchen in Oakland, California. Great to be here.
Great to have you here. So Ken, I just wanted to start off by asking if you've voted for your favorite doc pitch project yet.
Joni, I have not yet voted. In fact, this morning went on to the website and rewatched the trailers for each of the films, and I got to tell you, those are some amazing projects. I think they're all incredible.
They really are, and it makes it, of course, it's hard to pick just one, but that's all we're allowed, one vote.
And the deadline for voting is Monday, this upcoming Monday at midnight. Is that correct?
That's right. A full weekend of voting.
What's amazing about the projects this year, and I don't just mean the 5, finalists here, but all of the over 70 that were submitted this year was both just the sheer number. We had a nice bump this year, and the quality was just off the charts. I mean, word is definitely getting out about Doc Pitch.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, there's not one project really that couldn't have been included in the 5 finalists, which made it really, really difficult for the committees and juries involved.
Yeah, and these 5, it's interesting that I think 4 of them all have kind of a personal element to them, and so it's really fascinating to just see the diversity of these stories and the quality, and just how you start to think like, wow, I can't wait to see this movie. So you can really see the future finished product in these proposals, and that's just a lot of fun.
Exactly. And the one thing about this year too, one of the projects, the Untitled 19th News film, has actually withdrawn from the Audience Choice Award because there are elements of confidentiality in the trailer and in what they're proposing. So they've actually withdrawn. So you've actually only have to choose among 4 projects rather than 5. The Untitled 19th News will be in the running for the jury prize, though.
Yep. And also be sure to check out the live awards announcement. That's happening Sunday the 16th, so a week from tomorrow at 5 p.m. and you can find out the winners.
Everybody's a winner this year, because even those who don't win one of the major prizes, all win something, $5,000. So can't scoff at that.
Not at all. So what do we have happening in person today at the Raffel?
First, actually, I'd like to mention, in order to vote at Doc Pitch, you need to go to our website. It's really simple, and just go to our website at doclands.com, and at the bottom of the landing page, you'll see a big pink Doc Pitch link that will take you directly to the page where the projects are listed. And then you can, when you're reading each one of them, there's a Vote Now button. So you can just vote that way. That brings up all 4 projects that are eligible for the Audience Choice Award, and you just pick one of those and off your vote goes. Very simple and important to vote, because these filmmakers have gone to a lot of work, and they've got a lot of work ahead to finish their films. So these awards can help in so many ways. So yeah, today's in-theater screening at the Raffel is The Magnitude of All Things, directed by Jennifer Abbott. It's just an exquisite film, I have to say that. It compares the grief of losing a loved one to the collective grief we feel around climate change, but it truly presents and reaches joy through the acceptance of death, and is in turn an acceptance of the beauty of life. And this film is beautiful. And by doing that, that can then lead to taking action so that you're not feeling totally useless. You know, you can choose to move ahead and do something about that. I think this film is an absolute must-see. It's a profound and gorgeous film on the subject of climate grief, and it's of immense importance and power. And it's really a necessary film, I think one of the only films that has been done around the personal, such a personal way around climate change. It deals with the people right at ground zero, where climate change is right now making a difference in their lives.
And I can tell all of you people out there a little secret, which is this is a film that Joni truly loves and is passionate about. So, you know, if you know Joni loves it, it's well worth checking out. And the 2 screenings tonight at the Raffel, 4:45 p.m. is the first screening and 7:30 is the evening screening. So come on down.
And I do recommend seeing it on the big screen because it is a gorgeous film. Along with that, I would also like to talk about what the director of Magnitude calls its companion film. She also co-directed The New Corporation, an unfortunately necessary sequel. It's also about climate catastrophe, but with a completely different approach. And that film is not having a big screen, but both films can be seen also virtually. And The New Corporation's watch window of 48 hours begins on May 13th at 7 p.m. Magnitude, its 48-hour watch window begins at 7 p.m. on March 14th. So you'll be able to see both of them.
And I'll just say, you know, The New Corporation is also, it is a great film. And you know, it's been hard for me to read some really heavy duty social issue books during the pandemic. It's a little hard to concentrate. What I love about that film is it takes a complex issue, it makes it very engaging, very entertaining. The analysis is spot on, and I think it's just extremely timely. So they're both great watches.
Incredibly timely. And I totally agree with you, Ken, in terms of not being able to read so much of the information, but these have such different approaches to it. And I believe that they can help us look at a different way to push us to take action.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there are a couple other picks we have for folks out there. Do you want to hit them up for a couple of titles?
Yeah. One film that is coming up, it will be on the big screen later in the festival, but it's also available virtually, called There Is a Place on Earth. Again, a beautiful film, definitely worth seeing on the big screen. It takes you around the world to look at artists who are doing work within the conservation realm. And it talks about their reasons for doing that, and how reaching people through art is a whole different way of getting there too. But yeah, another film, again, around conservation and the environment that's well worth seeing.
And one that I wanted to mention is Radiograph of a Family. This is one of my favorite films of the year. I think it's incredibly well made. The director, Firouzeh Khosrovani, she's a real talent. It's also a personal film. It talks about her family growing up in Tehran in Iran during the revolution, and it's just beautifully made. And I was lucky enough to have a great conversation with her for the Q&A. So highly recommend Radiograph of a Family.
And it's very cool to get a film like this from a filmmaker from Iran, because they're really tough, often tough films to watch, but this one is, again, another look through different eyes, and it's amazing. I agree, Ken. One more I'd like to mention is Youthful Gov, which is also screening in the RIFEL later in the week, but also virtually. And Christy Cooper, the director of the film, no relation to me, will be there at both screenings for a live Q&As. And this film is incredible in that it shows what the youth of today can do when they get together around an issue. And here we are again, the issue of climate change. And these youth are, along with Greta Thunberg, are really quite concerned about what's happening to the earth and what they're going to have as a future. So it's about their lawsuit that they took to the government. And it's been, they've been followed for, it's been, I think, about 5 years now. So we're...
And I wanted to squeeze in one more myself, A Once and Future Peace, which is by Bay Area filmmaker Eric Daniel Metzger. And it too, like Radiograph and like many of these films, is beautifully made. He combines really gorgeous animation with live action footage. The story is really nuanced and deep. It talks about the role of peacemaking circles as a tool in the restorative justice movement, as a way to keep youth out of prisons. And it's, I think, a really profound film. It's moving and it's beautiful to look at. Exactly.
And a Bay Area filmmaker. Yeah, and if you're planning ahead, ensure you get your tickets to the RIFEL screening of Amy Tan, An Unintended Memoir, tomorrow. I think it'll be a pretty special screening with Amy Tan and Kyle Redford there for the Q&A, live Q&A. We'll talk more about it tomorrow night here at the same time on DocTalk Daily. A big shout out to our DocTalk Daily sponsor, Make It Better Media Group, and to you for taking some time with us today. See you at DocLands.
Bye, everybody. Enjoy the movies today.